he's slowly been building like a stellar resume for himself.
And he played Voodoo Tatum.
What?
Friday Night Lights.
The series?
Yeah, the series.
I never saw this.
You got son of a bitch. Are you kidding? You never. How are you? What?
You can't win if Booby don't spin. I saw the movie. I didn't see the TV.
Doesn't mean you can't watch a fucking
Put Booby
series.
in. Can't win if Booby don't spin.
So you know what was scary was that Black Adam trailer, because it was garbage. It was scarily bad.
Yeah,
is what that was.
It was just a bunch of like still motion graphics. I think it was just like one graphic, and they just moved the graphic across the screen to give you the illusion of motion. But it was just one photo.
They didn't even really bother to really like you know, in certain animations, the bells and whistles and shit like that. They're like just still graphics, and like maybe like they did like cartoon like puppets. Like, you know,
they hired somebody on Fiverr to put together,
and they only paid him $4.
Like,
here we can only give you 4. Sorry, we can't do 5. But in Black Adam news, we hear that Aldis Hodge is cast as the new Hawkman in the series. So I'll read from here from an article from Collider. New lines, Black Adam movie is found. It's Hawkman as Aldis Hodge, who starred in The Invisible Man, has been cast as the DC superhero alongside DJ. That's what I call him, you know, because we're on a nickname basis. we're not. I don't know at all. So obviously along with The Rock, so Aldis Hodge will be playing Hawkman. So just give you a little bit of background on Hawkman. Hawkman is the alter ego of Carter Hall, an archaeologist turned adventurer who struggles with anger issues. He is an old soul, literally, in that he was one of 2 lovers from ancient Egypt. Anytime they have to do some shit, there's always just ancient Egypt. Like they don't know what the fuck.
That's
that
the
means.
easy plug and play. Yeah. Ancient Egypt. Fuck
He's
it.
from ancient Egypt.
Don't think too hard.
Who was destined? At least it's a black guy this time, and not like the whitest of white people. No, he's from ancient
Zac
Egypt.
Efron from ancient Egypt. No,
with a little bit of tan. Who is to be constantly reincarnated throughout space and time. Eventually, he is born again as Hawk-themed hero who could fly with the help of giant wings and an alien element called Nith, I believe it's pronounced metal, I don't know, which negates gravity. So yeah, we're, you know, I'm actually excited about this because I think Aldis Hodge, he's kind of one of those dudes who's been in the background in Hollywood for a long time. And I mean,
he's got a pretty stellar resume.
He has a fantastic resume. You know, one of the more recent films obviously is Straight Outta Compton, that I think he played. Is it? So
he played MC Ren in Straight Outta Compton.
Yeah.
And more recently than that, he was also in Hidden Figures.
Okay, yeah.
The film with Taraji P. Henson.
Yeah.
Where he was in Die Hard 1995.
Yes, and to speak to some of his older stuff, where I actually do know him from was actually Supernatural. He was in the 2nd season of Supernatural for like the last 2 episodes of that season, and he's infamous for killing Sam Winchester. Sorry for anybody who hasn't watched Supernatural yet. For killing Sam Winchester, thus jump starting the apocalypse essentially.
And he was also in Brian Banks too. You met the story of Brian Banks. So he played.
It came
Brian
out not
Banks
too long ago,
movie.
I think maybe a year or 2 ago.
Yeah. So he's done some really good work and played like a dynamic range of characters. Again, he played MC Ren in Straight Outta Compton. He was in Hidden Figures. He played Brian Banks. So he's slowly been building like a stellar resume for himself.
And he played Voodoo Tatum.
In what?
Friday Night Lights.
The series?
Yeah, the series.
I never saw the series.
You got son of a bitch. Are you kidding? You never. How are you? What?
You can't win if Booby don't spin. I saw the movie. I didn't see the TV.
Doesn't mean you can't watch a fucking
Put Booby
series.
in. Can't win if Booby don't spin. Yo, that was the shit back in high school. I remember that.
Friday Night Lights was the shit.
Movie.
The series is fantastic. I love the series. It got a little campy towards the end, but I think that the series is great. But anyways, back to the movie. So we hear that Aldis Hodge is of course playing Hawkman. So to give you a little bit more information about the movie itself, Jamae, I believe it's Colette Sarah, who I believe directed Jungle Cruise, is directing the comic book movie, which will also feature Noah Centineo as as Atom Smasher. And so yeah, as this movie gets fleshed out, we're hearing a little bit more details about it. And what we're going to get is like an introduction to the Justice Society of America, which, if I'm going to be perfectly honest, in pretty much every iteration of it, it's always been kind of lame to me. To
like Justice League, Justice Society,
or Justice Society of America. It's always been kind of whack, but
yeah,
whatevs. But one of the people who in it that I actually really think is dope is Dr. Fate, which is I believe he can kind of like control time, or he can see into the future, or whatever the case is. Because he has like this fucking like helmet or some shit that can do that. I always thought he's pretty dope. But yeah, so we're getting a little bit more details about Black Adam, especially with this casting.
So yeah, I mean, this looks good, and it expands the DCU a bit, right? So some backstory. We know Hawkman's wife, Hawkwoman, also a part of the Justice League,
or Justice Society, rather.
Well, I think Justice League. I know that for sure. Yeah, so
okay.
Part of the Justice League there, Justice Society as well, I guess. Whatever.
Who gives a shit?
League,
it doesn't
Society.
matter.
Yeah, I have no fucking
one
idea.
and the same. They're probably all racist anyway. So it's fine.
So I think what happens here, it just expands the DCU a little bit more, right? Now we're dealing with more like cosmic entities. We're dealing with kind of like what's happening in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, where they're expanding that. They're expanding it here as well. I wonder if this is an opportunity to introduce Hawkwoman, who is a great character in the DCU, as well as introduce some of the other characters from the Justice League. Who the Martian? Are they going to introduce him? Are they going to reintroduce Green Lantern in some way or some shape or form? So really, a lot of really interesting opportunity here. And I think this is just a great casting overall.
Yeah.
So Black Adam, I think there was some excitement around The Rock finally stepping into a true superhero character. I think what's going to build excitement for this film is who they continue to cast around him. So far, this casting here, I think it's great. Now we have to see who else.
Yeah, so you got the dude Noah from all those little teeny bopper movies.
Mm-hmm.
What is it? I Forgot to Kiss Somebody or something like that. What was the movie? Come on,
probably that.
Yeah, All the Boys I've Kissed.
The girl. Yeah. Same thing. It was the same exact thing we just said. And who's directing this movie?
Colette Sarah.
Yeah. You did that well. That's exactly what her parents named her. You didn't butcher it.
I don't know if it's her, but okay. All right. So yeah, that's some interesting moves.